Hey everyone, welcome to the live stream of my funny life. Today, we're talking about my dad. For years, he ignored my mom and me, not her real dad. So, I figured it was time to confront him and ask why he ditched me and mom. But when he saw me, he thought I was just another fan asking for an autograph. I realized he really didn't know me at all, so I bravely introduced myself, but he didn't seem thrilled at all. Instead, he reprimanded me for bothering little Bruce talk about a mood killer. I desperately tried to explain everything my mom told me, wanting to know why he wouldn't acknowledge me. Then this guy dropped a bombshell that I just couldn't accept. Turns out, I'm not just not his kid, I'm not even Penny's kid, I'm an adopted orphan. Hearing this stunned me. He claimed my mom had severe delusions. This was undoubtedly the worst blow to me. I couldn't believe a word he said. The ridiculous part was, Arthur once again started laughing uncontrollably, and Thomas looked at me, perhaps thinking I was a complete lunatic. My laughter just wouldn't quit, and Thomas punched me, warning me to stay away from his kids. Subtitles. I came back home and emptied out the fridge because I needed to calm down, so I simply crawled right in. I don't know how long I was in there, but my phone rang. It was my idol, Morris Team. They said my old performance video did so well, they wanted me to be a guest in the show. If this were before, I might have jumped for joy, but now that I know Morris' true colors, I'm just not feeling it. But I thought, why not? I agreed and headed to the mental hospital Thomas mentioned. I didn't know who to believe or what my background really was, so I figured I'd check it out. The brother behind the counter helped me pull up Penny's file. Sure enough, the file showed my mom had severe delusions and narcissistic personality disorder. But after finishing reading, the black brother suddenly fell silent, as if he had something hard to say. Subtitles. Then he refused to let me view the complete medical records on the grounds that it required signed authorization. I figured I wouldn't waste more time and just needed to find out the hidden truth. While he wasn't looking, I snagged the file and made a run for it. I rushed to a hidden stairway, eager for truth, but the file's info was far worse than expected. Turns out, my mom really did have mental issues, and shockingly, she abused me with her boyfriend after adopting me. And the laughing condition I have? It's actually a lingering after effect from the severe trauma I endured back then. My last event shattered completely, and I started laughing to vent my breakdown. But unfortunately, it didn't take long before I burst into tears, as my life was truly overflowing with passion and I was searching for a way to vent. Not long after, I returned in the rain, not to my place, but to Black Girl's. I sat silently on the couch, seemingly hoping to find some comfort here. But when Black Girl came out, she wasn't her usual caring self. She looked at me like I was a stranger. She asked me to leave quickly since her little girl was sleeping in the next room. That's when it hit me. All of this was just in my head and never actually happened. I was crushed under the weight of this sad reality, questioning what even is the meaning of life. Back home, I laughed and laughed, my laughter echoing in that empty room, not fading away. The next morning, I went to the hospital to see my mom, ready to do what I do best, laugh. I always thought my life was a tragedy, but now it seems it's just a comedy. So, why not? I'm going to pull off this comedy act all the way. Mom ceased struggling beneath the pillow. I first felt relief, which drove me even crazier. Back home, I dyed my hair green. At that moment, I decided I wouldn't lie for anyone else. My life is my own to control, and it'll only feel real in the world of clowns. Next, I painted my face white, and while looking at a photo of young Penny, I was shocked to see "Love Your Laugh" written on the back. Everything was so ironic, I couldn't tell reality from fantasy, so I decided to stop thinking. In such a tragic life, who wants to look back? Just then, the doorbell rang. When I opened the door, my co-workers, the short and fat ones, came to see me. I casually invited them in, while thinking life is pretty hilarious. Turns out, They heard about my mom's passing and came to visit me. I reassured them I was okay, but the big guy had other things on his mind. Since the subway murder had a clown as the suspect, the big guy was under suspicion and wanted me to testify for him. Talk about sheer irony. Had it not been for this guy, I wouldn't be jobless. No longer able to tolerate it, I pulled out a knife and aimed for the big guy when he wasn't looking. The little dwarf let out a scream when he saw his truly cherished friend. I told Arthur I wouldn't hurt him and urged him to get out. After all, life is precious. The little guy found he couldn't reach the lock and begged me for help. That cracked me up. I helped him unlock it and thanked him for being the only one who cared. As I became carefree, I headed towards Mora. Show what a hilarious chapter in my life. At this moment, I lived for no one but myself. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to share this hilarious journey together.